the base of sustainability is having a good business model that is not a pyramid scheme, that is not based on you getting more and more traders, more and more fees coming in, and that supporting the whole, one could say, pyramid. A lot of traders these days expect to get a lot quickly and not have to give anything in return. It's a mentality that I think has been created by the aggressive marketing that we see today, the unrealistic promises, and a lot of traders don't know much about risk management. They do not think about it.
So my name is Forrest from Funded Trading, and today I'm joined with Oliver from Lux Trading Firm to get an understanding of the Lux Trading Firm business model, the benefits and unique selling points, amongst other things. So I'll hand over to Oliver for you to introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you, Forrest. I'm happy to be here. My name is Oliver. I'm the manager of operations here at Lux Trading Firm, and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions today.
Lovely. Well, thank you for joining us, Oliver. It's great to have you. I know everyone watching will probably be very familiar with Lux Trading Firm. I know you guys have been around for a long time now. But let's start with yourself before we jump into Lux Trading Firm specifically. So could you give us, obviously you're working in a prop firm, you know, what motivated you to get into the trading industry as a whole?
Well, to be honest, I sort of got introduced to trading when I was a kid. A lot of my cousins gave me a book on Forex when I was probably 11 or 12 years old. I tried to read it at the time, didn't really understand it. And then years later, I met the owner of the company. We got talking. I was still curious about trading. He taught me everything I know today, and together we've built what Lux Trading Firm is today.
Wow, humble beginnings. It's nice to hear. Okay, brilliant. Well, thank goodness your cousins gave you that book and I got you interested in the first place.
Yeah, it gave me those few talking points that I had from that.
Exactly. Lovely. Great to hear. So let's move on then to Lux Trading Firm. I guess that's why everyone's watching and why everyone's here. Let's take it right to the start. Could you give us a background of the inception of Lux Trading Firm? How did this all come together?
The story of Lux starts long before any online prop firms existed. The owners of Lux have been in the trading business for over 30 years now. Lux was founded by experienced asset managers that were in the industry and started their careers in the true brick-and-mortar prop firms. They know how the trading world operates, they've seen how successful traders are made, and how you keep traders profitable. That's why we've decided to create Lux, to bring their knowledge that they've learned over the years of trading on Wall Street to traders all over the world. With the internet boom, it was no longer necessary to come into the office to trade. You can now trade from everywhere with just an internet connection. That opened up new opportunities for us. But from years of experience, we know that the most important thing in trading is managing the trader's risk. That's the thing that makes the trader succeed. And that's why we've created this program where every trader has a risk manager and the kind of support that they would receive trading for a bank or a hedge fund. That is what separates the professional traders from the retail traders. Having the necessary support, and secondly, having enough trading capital so that you don't have to make unnecessary or unrealistic percentages of profit each month. With enough capital, our traders can focus solely on managing their risk, and the profits come second because there's no pressure and they don't need to make huge profits. You know, if you have a large account, you only really need a % or 2 per month. That's why we've decided to bring the traditional brick and mortar prop trading into the online space.
Lovely. So you started, or Lux started with, you sort of as a traditional prop firm to an extent with your own sort of in-house traders before branching out to the online retail trading community. Well, I certainly haven't spoken to many, and I'm sure that there aren't too many firms in the kind of online prop firm space that came from more of the traditional sort of trading our own capital route before pursuing, opportunities with retail traders. So that's great to hear that that's how you started in that more sort of traditional sense. And I guess that perfectly frames my next question in terms of the business model. So what's the business model that you guys operate with, and how does it kind of support the operations you've got there at Lux Trading Firm?
Sure. I tend to say this in all my interviews that I do. And that is that we at Lux believe that sustainability and responsible risk management have to come first in everything. And that translates to our business model, where we are one of the, I would say, very few prop firms that can actually prove and that are very transparent about the fact that we only trade with real money. We do have a risk desk for our traders. We do have KPMG audited track records for our traders. So we're very much building on the fact that we are transparent about that and that we only use an A-book broker. And basically what we want to achieve at the end of the day is to have the traders who can trust us that, you know, we are on their side, we're trading with them, we only make money when they do.
Yeah, very much so. That's certainly a different business model from some of the newer prop firms in the industry from what I gather. Obviously, as you say, your goals are completely aligned with traders. When traders win, you folks win. But I know that's not the case with all of the prop firms you see in the industry these days, is it?
No, unfortunately not. The industry has, I would say, gotten a little wild, I would say. We see prop firms that are promising things that can't really be real, that are not realistic. And we see even the perception of traders shifting maybe a little bit from more of the risk management side of things to we're seeing a lot more gamblers, I would say, coming into the prop trading industry. And therefore, I personally hope that that the future of prop trading is going to have some regulation in it. But I'm sure we're going to get to that a little bit later.
Yes, yeah, of course. Very interesting talking point. Okay.
Hi there, I'm Oliver from Lux Trading, and I would just like to let you know that with the code FundedTrading5, you can save 5% on your evaluation if you decide to trade with us.
So in terms of how Lux Trading Firm sort of manages risk, obviously you're very aware of risk when it comes to your traders. You've got a risk desk and, you know, proper auditing, as you say. But in terms of how you guys manage the risk for Lux Trading Firm and how you guys are actually funded. I know you touched on investors, but a bit more clarity on that would be brilliant.
Sure. We're funded from private investors. I'm obviously not able to tell you names or specifics, but we do have a pool of investors supplying the money for the trading accounts. When it comes to risk management, every trader who's trading with us that is on the live account stage, so they're no longer an evaluation, but they're trading a live account. Each and every one of them has a dedicated risk manager, making sure that they're not going over the risk limits set by the company. And I believe that's something every trader needs, and it's even beneficial for them because I can tell you from my own experience, there were days when I could have really used somebody to tell me, hey, stop what you're doing and just go away from the computer. It would have saved me a lot of money.
Yeah, of course. I think we've all been there, whether you've traded for years or just dabbled slightly. I think we've all been in those spots where we've taken a few losses in a row, and we should probably hang up the keyboard for the day. But you know, emotions are a large part of trading, aren't they? So you know, having someone there to objectively, you know, step away and tell you what you should be doing from a risk perspective is invaluable for traders if you're focused on sort of longevity, I think, in the industry.
I believe so.
And I guess in terms of longevity and sustainability, you've been in the industry for many years. You'll know as well as anyone that there's a lot of prop firms that have come and gone over the years. There's, you know, too many to name at this point, which is a shame. I know some traders get caught out in the process of these companies coming and going. But you know, what steps are a Lux Trading Firm taking to ensure the sustainability of the brand of the firm, and you know, how's that looking?
That's a great question for us. Well, in my opinion, the base of sustainability is having a good business model. So a business model that is not a pyramid scheme, that is not based on you getting more and more traders, more and more fees coming in, and that supporting the whole, one could say, pyramid. What we're doing is we've made a promise to our traders, to ourselves, and it is our dedication to only trade with real money and live accounts. Therefore, it doesn't matter to us if we get no new traders in the evaluation next month. Those traders that are trading live accounts, and if they make profits, the profits come directly from the market. We're not paying anybody out of our own pockets. Therefore, we can sustain our business as long as our traders are being profitable.
Of course. That makes complete sense. I think it's always a worry, isn't it, with some of these prop firms that don't trade real capital, that as soon as the new traders stop coming for whatever reason, whether that's whether that's lack of margin or whatever, that's obviously going to greatly impact their ability to pay out traders. But when you're only trading with real capital, as you say, that the profits are from the market, not other traders, which is...
It is. It is. We've seen many B-book brokers use, or many prop firms using a B-book broker, which, is something that needs regulation, that is kind of looked down upon in the trading industry. Yet when it comes to proprietary trading firms, nobody really seems to care where the broker is or who they are, how they're licensed. I would say the second big point of our sustainability view is making sure that we work with well-regulated tier 1 A-book brokers. I think that's something very important for a prop firm, making sure that each and every of your partners that you work with and each and every step in the transaction, so all the way from the trader's computer to the market, has to be trustworthy.
Of course. And I believe when I was having a look on your website, if anyone's interested, there is sort of proof of live funds from brokerage accounts, isn't there, to verify your claims of real capital, if anyone's curious.
Yeah. You can find it on our website. I believe it's right on the main page.
Lovely. Spot on. Okay. So in terms of traders actually signing up and looking to obtain funding from a prop firm, obviously you've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of successful and unsuccessful traders. I'm curious to know, what kind of qualifications or experience would you think traders need to be coming to prop firms with?
Yeah, great question. That really depends on what kind of prop firm you end up working with. There are prop firms where you were given no support, sort of just given an account and there you go, you're on your own. But for example, with us, we've had people come to us from working on construction, we've had doctors, we've had people from all kinds of professions coming to us without any knowledge. We have created our own elite package. Well, to be honest with you, we started as one of those prop firms where we just took the best traders and they ended up working for us. But over time, we've developed our own educational platform where we have our own mentors. We have economists. We have trading experts who teach traders everything they need to know. So if you come to our door, you basically don't need to know anything. We're going to teach you everything you need to know.
Lovely. I like the sound of that. Okay. Certainly different from the offering I've seen elsewhere. Okay. So let's say as a trader, I'm looking to sign up with Lux Trading Firm today. When we jump off this call, for example, what's the process I go through to get funding? What options do I have, and what does that really look like?
Sure. Once again, you sort of have two options, right? So first, let's assume that you, Forrest, know a lot about trading. You've traded for a long time. You're a good trader. In that case, you can just sign up for the normal evaluation, get your trading account, then you trade for the minimum of 29 active trading days, you reach your profit target, and you slowly scale up your way through the stages until you're trading over $10 million. The second option is if you aren't sure of your trading, or if you have a strategy, but maybe it's not profitable yet, or if you just feel like you need some help, we have the Elite Traders package where you first come, you get a test account, you trade for a little while so our mentors can analyze your trading. Then you work together on creating a strategy, on perfecting your risk management. And once you're ready, only then you start the evaluation process, during which you have your mentor, you have your risk manager. So you have people around you supporting you and making sure that the whole process goes smoothly. Once you go through the evaluation, then you join the path as everyone else. Just slowly go, scale through your accounts.
Lovely. I think with my ability or here their lack of trading ability, I think that would be the right path for me. Actually having a bit of a handhold from a mentor to keep me on the straight and narrow. But okay, brilliant. So the benefits of working with Lux Trading Firm. Obviously, we've touched on a few benefits in terms of the live trading capital and the risk desk and the mentorship. But if you could summarize the benefits for anyone listening, why Lux Trading Firm?
Sure. So first of all is obviously trading live capital. That in itself is priceless. And it's something that's not really seen in this industry. You get a lot of prop firms that are trading on a B-book model, so having live money is something very valuable. Second of all, I would say having your own risk manager is something truly valuable. Having somebody to just stop you if you're risking too much, or to just tell you, like, look, today you need to step away from this, or we're going to lose some money, is really valuable. I could have used that multiple times in my trading career. Then we obviously have the education, the mentorship, and lastly, we're bringing a very unique trading platform that nobody else has.
Okay, brilliant. Interested to hear more about that. Okay, so I guess that leads me on to the challenges that you guys face there at Lux Trading Firm. I think the way the industry is, everyone is kind of promised a lot and not really given a great deal in a lot of cases. So I'm curious to know, obviously, with your business model being kind of vastly different from the majority of prop firms in the industry, that must present some challenges for you guys internally.
Yeah, of course. That brings traders to us that come with a different mentality, and I would say often unrealistic expectations. A lot of traders these days expect to get a lot quickly and not have to give anything in return. It's a mentality that I think has been created by the aggressive marketing that we see today, the unrealistic promises. And a lot of traders don't know much about risk management. They do not think about it. They're kind of like, I want to say they're a little bit like a horse that draws a carriage that has those little flaps, just looking at, okay, how do we make as much profit today as possible? But yeah, and there are more important things to trading than just trying to make huge profits. A lot of people want to get rich very quickly. They believe that it's easy.
Of course. And it's sold in most cases as an easy industry to get into, but I think we're both aware, and I'm sure everyone listening is aware, that it's not as easy as it looks. So obviously, with this kind of pool of traders coming through your doors with these unrealistic expectations, how do you, as a company, kind of mitigate these expectations and put people on the right path?
Well, we do the only thing that I believe we can. We try and educate people. We give them second chances, and we work on the mindset together.
Okay, brilliant. That makes sense. Okay.
Hi there, I'm Oliver from Lux Trading, and I would just like to let you know that with the code FundedTrading5, you can save 5% on your evaluation if you decide to trade with us.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about the unique selling points of Lux Trading Firm, but we've already covered the sort of the live capital, the mentorship, the risk desk, and all of these things that in themselves are unique selling points. I think that they are selling points, but in the respect that I don't see any other firms offering something like this, I think that does make them unique. So I think instead of laboring that point, I'd rather move on to the industry as a whole, and where you see the prop firm industry actually moving over the next few years.
Well, lately we're seeing that the prop trading firm industry is making crazier and wilder and bigger promises than ever before. So I think it's slowly coming to a time when regulators are going to have to step in and make sure that the playing field is fair towards the traders.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, that makes sense. Do you think that will be coming in the short term, or is this a long-term thing? Have you heard anything about regulation as of yet? Or
no, I'm not in touch with any regulators, unfortunately. But I believe that regulating the prop firm industry is something very important, and making sure that all prop firms are only using real money, that they're not booking their traders, that they're not using the fees of the winners to pay out losers, is something that's going to be extremely important.
Of course. And I think from what you're saying and what you've already said, the interesting thing about Lux Trading Firm is you're already on the right side of that potential regulation, even though we don't know exactly what it would be yet in terms of how you operate. I think you would be compliant, and I doubt your business model would really need to change considering your you're pretty much using the original sort of brick and mortar prop firm model, aren't you?
Yeah, basically, the mindset that we operate with is let's look at what's realistic, let's look at what's sustainable, and let's look what's fair for the trader and for us. And that's how we make our decisions.
Brilliant. And you mentioned about some kind of upcoming trading platform. You sort of dropped a hint a few moments ago. I'm curious to not let that one go. I'm very intrigued as to what that means for traders, and would love some clarity on that.
Sure thing. So we're in the final stages of developing our own trading platform, the Lux Trader. The Lux Trader is a web-based platform where it's our own platform, so developed in-house, based on premium TradingView charting. So for those of you who are familiar with TradingView, you know what the premium subscription brings you. It gives you the ability to use multiple charts, to use the advanced features. And that's something that's going to be baked in our platform completely for free for our traders. So we took the premium TradingView charting, built a platform on top of it. The trading experience is pretty much the same as if you've ever used a broker on TradingView. The buttons look the same, the interface looks the same, except a few small touches that we've made. And the one big benefit of this platform is that since we built our own platform, we have the ability to not go through a broker, so not go through a third party, but we're able to connect our traders directly to liquidity providers. Therefore, we're able to save on things like broker commission fees. We're able to give our traders tighter spreads, since that's not what we need to be making our money on. We're already taking profit splits from our traders, so we're giving them access directly to the market.
I think that's a huge selling point to any kind of intraday trader that is focused on keeping commissions small and keeping spreads tight. I think that's a huge selling point, being able to get in and out of the market for cheaper. And as someone who's used TradingView charting before, I think compared to the other options in the market, I know there isn't many options in the market, but compared to MetaTrader 4 in terms of a charting option, I think a lot of traders are going to prefer working on TradingView. It makes things a lot cleaner. So, no, really great to see. But while we're on the subject of traders, I guess I'd be really curious, being that you've seen so many traders come and go, in terms of advice you'd give to traders. If you could give one piece of advice to any trader listening right now, to hopefully give them success or increased chance of success in obtaining prop firm funding.
Well, don't expect to be a millionaire tomorrow, first of all. The second of all, risk management is way more important than you think. It's the bread and butter of trading. And I also oversee our elite traders. And every time I meet one of them for the first time, I give them my personal motto. And that is, in trading, not losing your money is 80% of the job. Now, making money is just 20. So make sure that you're not losing your capital first, and the profits are going to come after.
I like that. I think a lot of traders need to hear that. Sometimes sitting on your hands and not taking a trade is the right trade in a lot of circumstances. That's brilliant. Okay, lovely. Well, I think that kind of wraps up everything I wanted to quiz you on. I think we've taken a lot away. It's really interesting. I know I'm sure many people listening have heard of Lux Trading Firm and seen you around, so it's really good to get a look under the hood and see how you guys actually operate and what really sets you apart from other firms in the industry. And I'd like to think at some point the industry gets regulated, and this is the model that everyone has to adopt, because it's clearly the safest model for success and longevity for the firm and for traders. But before we wrap things up, Oliver, do you have any sort of final comments for any traders listening?
No, I just want to thank everybody that's still watching for taking the time to listen to the two of us. And I wish you all a successful day trading, and just keep in mind, risking less is sometimes more.
Brilliant. Lovely. Well, we wrap things up there then, Oliver, but thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Forrest. Have a good one as well.
Take care.